This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social. Look at his smiling little face. This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, joined by a very, very happy looking Dave Coldwell in the immediate aftermath of Leigh Wood's stunning win over Zhu Can here at Fight Camp. Dave, it's written all over your face, but I'm going to ask you anyway, what did you make of that performance?
Just amazing. I thought it was fantastic. Boxed beautifully, boxed to orders. Great game plan from Ben, who's done Ben, Lee Wiley, Barry, all up at the MTK Performance Centre. They've all done a fantastic job on him. You know, they've educated him, they've given him knowledge, and he's took it on board, and he put it all to practice. All the practice he put to play when it counted on the big night, on the big stage, and he was brilliant. He was brilliant, and we always said if you can take the distance away from Kanzu, he can't work. You know, he's known for his work rate and his punch output. He didn't allow him to, and in the time that he didn't allow him to, he's building up his own. You know, he's landing his own shots, his power punches, his jabs, he's sticking him to the body, the hooks to the body. It was a cumulative effect that you saw in the last round. You know, when you think Zhu Can's going to be looking to go out there and stop him in the last round, it went the other way around.
If you can, sum up the last 3 years working with Leigh Wood.
It's been great. We've had a little blip, haven't we, when he was beaten by Jazza, but that was in a great tournament, in a golden contract. But it's not about that, you know. In the 3 years, he won the Commonwealth title, he's won the WBO, European, won the British last time out, and then now he's just beaten Zhu Can and he's sat at the top table with the WBA. So fucking brilliant. I'm over the moon for him because he's had it hard, he's had it tough. He was that kid that people would say to me, oh, what happened to Leigh Wood? He was a talented fighter, he was a good fighter. You know, what's going on with his career? It sounded like he was going to go on that list of fighters that, you know, they were talented, they underachieved. He's pulled it around all right, and 33 now today, and he's pulled it around.
Some birthday present for him, 33 today, as you say there. Let's go back to the performance itself. You've mentioned kind of taking the distance away from him. I've already spoken to his trainer, Ben Davison, about the jab to the body. The southpaw backhand to the body was working beautifully as well. Did you think he was capable of a performance as complete as that?
I knew, yeah, because Leigh hits really, really hard. You know, and the thing is when you feel power, it can make you think twice about coming in. So although you might boulder in all the time on people, but you're not feeling the power. If you're feeling the power, it makes you think, it slows you down. It gives the other man that time, that space. And Leigh can punch, he really can punch. I mean, people don't understand it because they look at his record and they think, oh, all right, it's respectable. But he really, really does it hard. But Ben's been teaching him how to punch hard, how to deliver the shots, how to position for the shots, how to set the shots up. And that's what you've seen tonight. And, you know, myself, Jordan, we all fancied him big. You know, and what more you're watching Zhu Can, more you think he leaves the gaps. He's there to be it. And it's just about him staying mentally tough during the fight. And we thought riding out some tough spots. If he can ride out the tough spots, then he'll win the fight. But he didn't really have any tough spots to ride out. You know, so even better, even more of a masterful performance.
You mentioned Ben Davison there. I think he'd be the first to admit that sometimes he comes under a bit of stick. Old boxer-sized Ben over there. But how much credit does he deserve for the work that he's done with Leigh Wood?
Fucking loads of credit. He's done a great job. Not just physically and in a boxing sense with his skills and his ability, his knowledge. You know, him and Lee Wiley, they're teaching him, and he's absorbing it, and he's becoming more knowledgeable in there. So he doesn't have to wait for instructions. He can make the right decisions when he's in there. That's what you need to do with fighters, and they've done a great job. But also mentally, because you know he wasn't the most confident sort of kids. He'd have those doubts about himself. But each fight that they're going to have together, he's going to be more and more confident. He's going to believe. Listen, now he's done this at world level. Now you'll start seeing another level to Leigh Wood. You know, it's the same as all fighters. When there's question marks about them, and when they've had setbacks at lower level, you kind of think, is that my ceiling? You hope to go above it, but you think, is that really my ceiling? And until you break out of that level, you don't really trust yourself. Now you'll see him.
What next for Leigh Wood? As I understand it, there is a rematch clause.
There is a rematch clause, but I'd be surprised if they took it. You know, it was an emphatic loss from their side of things, punctuated with that, stoppage. That's going to be a shock to the system. I can see perhaps them swerving that, him moving up a division, maybe, perhaps, I don't know. But if, let's say, it's not a rematch, then we want something big. There's your Warringtons, there's your winner of Kid Galahad and Jazza Dickens, there's Leo Santa Cruz, that's the super champion, but I don't know what he's doing either. And Leigh's favourite, the one that he really wants, is Navarrete. So we'll see what can be made.
That'll be some fight. Dave Coldwell, always a pleasure. Thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social. Congratulations, very modest man yourself. Congratulations for the work that you've done with Leigh Wood over the last few years. I'm sure I'll catch up with you soon.
Yes, thanks, mate. Thanks.
Well done.